Hello everyone and welcome to my channel or welcome back. I've got a really big video today. I have my Teddy Bees pre-order. So this was from May. I think most people have already received theirs by now because I had to forward mine to Australia. It did take longer, but it's here, so that's very exciting. It's massive. It's easily the biggest order I've ever done for Teddy Bees, and I say that just about every time, but this time I mean it, and I don't think I'll be doing any bigger than this in the future. Yeah, it came in it was 2 boxes shipped. I think one box was like 11 pounds and one was like 4, so it was pretty big. My strategy with Teddy Bees, because I'm trying to reduce the overall number of orders that I place, I've been trying to not do the ready to ships and just do big pre-orders and just try not to hold back, because I used to get sucked into the ready to ships because I would leave certain scents that I was kind of on the fence about, and then people would rave about them in, once the pre-orders arrived, and then I would go in and get it at the ready to ship. So my strategy has been, look, let's try and get it all in one order. If the scent looks good, just get it. The next pre-order, I might need to be a little bit more, because I would like to try and keep it in one box. The whole idea behind me trying to do it all in one order is that when it arrives at my forwarder, the fees are less because it's one order instead of 2. If it arrives in 2 boxes, that kind of nulls that out. Anyway, very excited, lots to get through. Let's get stuck in. So first I have, I bought a bunch of bags. I do love the Teddy Bees bags. So I bought, I think, 2 things of the bags. Anyway, so I'm going to pop them over here. That's where I like to keep them. And then I like this. So this nice big card. One, because business cards tend to get lost in my forwarder boxes. So this is nice and big. Really no chance to lose it. And then there's some good tips here, I think, for using the wax. So I think that's really helpful as well. Particularly because it talks about, hotter months and things like that. So I'm just looking at the tips. I would not recommend using more than half of an ounce of wax per warmer. Half of a sample cup is about the size you want. I would use a full sample cup. So look, these are great tips. It's one of those things though, you always need to find what works for you. For me, for Teddy Bees, I find that if I was to use less than this, it would not go well in my warmers personally. But anyway, that's just what I found. And then cute little paper clip too. She's included this little note. You've probably all watched all of the Teddy Bees videos already, so you've all seen all this, but just bear with me. Remember to put your tubs and sample cups in the freezer 5 to 7 minutes before attempting to remove the wax for the first time. Allow the wax to release from the plastic and avoid getting any stuck to the bottom. So I have not done this. I have literally just received the box, opened the box, unpacked the box, started filming. The wax has obviously traveled from a very hot place in Texas. It has come to Australia where things are very cold at the moment. So I'm hoping that the transit time that it's had in that colder environment will mean that those steps are not necessary. But if you see me cursing and pausing, trying to get things out of containers, there's no one to blame but me. All right, so samples. So first of all, I have Silent Night. This one is a Palo Santo Beach Nights. I feel like there's something else. Oh, maybe like a signature sugar cookie, I think. I have had this one before. It was not, so that was pretty easy to pop out. It smells not bad here, but it is very strong on the beach nights. And if you've watched one of my Teddy Bees videos, or pretty much any of my videos, you've probably heard me say on repeat over and over, I just don't love the Teddy Bees Beach Night scent anymore. I can do it in some blends. There's just something about it that just doesn't work for me anymore. And I get that really strongly. So while I love the Palo in here and I love the cookie, and I can tolerate the beach nights, because there are some beach night scents of hers that I don't even want to melt because the beach nights is too strong. Because I like the other 2 oils in here, that's not as much of an issue, but it's still not not something that I need to buy, The other one is Teakwood Tango, which is like that apple mango tango. So I've got nail polish on my fingers, I realized. It's, yeah, that apple mango tango type scent with like a teakwood. And I remember not minding this. Like, I thought it was a unique kind of combo. I just don't love those sort of laundry type scents, Yeah, so it's fine, but it smells very much like a laundry detergent, like a fabric softener type thing, which is not my vibe. So nice samples. Happy to get 2. Just, yeah, scents I've tried before. Okay, so I'm going to work my way down in size. So I've got 1 loaf, and then I've got 5 tubs, and then a whole mess of souffles. So, and the loaf I actually also got a tub as well, because this is genuinely one of my all-time favorite scents. So the scent is Boudoir. This is Pink Sugar, Palo Santo, and Sugar Cookies. So, which you'd think would be, you know, a similar enough kind of scent that I would not need to go like that I'd be able to get it elsewhere, but I just don't think that I have. So, love the glitter. It does look like it's gotten a little bit squishy in transport with the heat. I totally get it. There's a bit of squish there too. Oop, a lot of wax coming off there. But yeah, this is an amazing scent, and it's just one of those staple ones. And I really didn't want, because I feel like it's been a long time between pours for this one. I've been waiting. I've requested it, I think, quite a few pre-orders in a row, and this is the first time it's kind of gotten up. So I got the 2 because I just went, if it doesn't come back again, this is one of those amazing, comforting bakery scents for me. Palo and Sugar Cookies is always like a good combo. Her Pink Sugar, though, is just so incredible in here. It doesn't make it like sweet and girly. It just adds this depth, and it's really, really good. So, loaf and tub, happy with that, because I've been without it for a little while as well. And I've had hankerings, so happy to have that. So then the tub. So same sort of glitter arrangement, very pretty combinations. Teddy Bees always does really lovely glitter, which is not, you know, it's not like that really fine kind of mica or like little glitter that, you know, really, really messes up your warmers. It's just a little bit, so it's, you know, good amount. Okay, so next I have Speakeasy. So this is fire roasted marshmallows, softwood, sandalwood, hint of floral, coconut, and Palo Santo. So this one was in the ready to ship that happened before this pre-order, and I remember people saying they really liked it. This was a scent that almost got me in to participate in that ready to ship. Every ready to ship, she adds new fragrances that weren't in the previous pre-order, and every time they used to always get me. These days, I would say not so much, but they get close. So I'm finding these are pretty easy to pop out. I know a lot of people have issues with the tubs. I just find a good I know this is not going to work for everyone, but a good amount of pressure in the center tends to just break the seal for me. So, and I just dropped the tub. So that's what it looks like. Very pretty. This one does have more of the fine glitter, but it's only on the bottom, so it's not, it doesn't permeate the wax. And then sort of the flaky shredded stuff here. Okay, I'm just going to pick up the tub so I can see the notes again. Okay, so I definitely smell, I feel like I smell like a teakwood, which teakwood is not usually my favorite thing, so I guess it's not teakwood, but it has that kind of vibe. I think it's a very coconutty sandalwood, which kind of smells like teakwood, you know. It's pretty because I always love the Palo Santo that Teddy Bees has. It's one of my favorites. This is very woody, but it is pretty. Can't really smell florals. I do think I can smell coconut. I mostly get woods. It definitely gives me teakwood vibes. And there is definitely a sweetness there. This is really nice. I don't know if it was tub nice. I think maybe a souffle could have done it for this, but who knows? Maybe when it warms up, I will love it more. The Black Dread. So this one is Fireside Smoked Oud Wood, Cedar, Warm Embers, Roasted Marshmallows. So this is going to be super, super smoky. Ooh, that glitter is multi-chrome, like duochrome. So it's shifting the light. That's really pretty. Let's see if I can like, it's not showing as well on camera. Oh yeah, so see, it's like pink, now it's green, pink, green, gold, pink, gold, green. Sorry, these sorts of things. This is why I like to I paint my nails multi-chrome, because I'm very easy to entertain. That is probably one of the prettiest like glitter arrangements, because all of it, the big glitter and the small, is all shifting the same way. It's really, really cool. I thought this one was going to make a liar of me of the easy pop at the bottom. And that's the bottom. The bottom looks cool too, but not as cool as the top. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is like, it's definitely woody smoky, but there is like an over the top, overpowering, just too much sort of scent, and this is not that. I think the marshmallows and something else, but I'm not quite sure what, does soften it. Oh, really good. This is one of those kind of sweet and smoky scents that is probably more up my alley. Like, she literally has one called Sweet and Smoky, and I like that scent, but it's probably not as smoky as I would like. I do like them not to be chokingly smoky, but to have that denseness there, you know? So this is more my kind of sweet and smoky. Love that. Glad I got a tub of that. Might even be, probably a tub is a good amount, because that is definitely a cold weather scent, whereas I like my loaves to be things that I can melt, you know. I don't generally go for loaves these days, but when I do, I want them to be scents that are kind of all year round, particularly my bakeries. I'm probably more likely to go for a loaf in a bakery scent I really like, because it tends to be the morning with my bakery that I will go and pull favourites to repeat, whereas in the afternoon I'm more into the seasonal kind of stuff. So yeah. Okay, so strawberry pound cake. This one is the type. So this is the Bath Body Works type. This is the type that she uses in, I think, most blends. This information is relevant because I also have a souffle, which is buried in a pile. So when I get to it, maybe I'll grab this again. I also have a souffle of her house blend. Okay. Now, I could have got tubs in both, I suppose. I did contemplate it. But I just went, I know that I love the Bath Body Works type that she uses. A lot of vendors use a type, but even when something is the, you know, the fragrance type, it doesn't necessarily always mean it's going to smell the same from vendor to vendor. The types, yeah. Okay, so this one's pretty stuck. This one I should have put in the freezer. Wait a sec. That one's not coming out, so I'm just going to smell it like this. Very cute. Yep. Hers is just, it's just creamy, strawberry, bakery deliciousness. It's quite sweet. It almost has a creamy strawberry candy like thing to it. Yeah, I don't know, but it's one of my absolute favorites. So I just went, I've been hanging out for this on its own for so long that very happy to have that, just to melt it, to, you know, and I will compare it. I've got a bag of the Super Tarts one coming, which I also love. I've got a bag, I'm going to be like all strawberry pound caked out. I will compare the two when that one arrives. That will be a month or so away. The next tub I have is the usual suspects. So this is blackberry jam, buttery shortbread cookies, toasted marshmallows on a campfire, and sweet strawberry pound cake. So that just all sounded like right into, you know, up my alley, my kind of thing, you know, just good times all around. There we go. Okay. So that's what it looks like. Yep. Delicious. Immediately I could smell blackberry jam and strawberry pound cake together, and her blackberry jam's amazing. She says blackberry jam and buttery shortbread cookies. I think it might be I don't know if it's a straight up blackberry jam butter cookie oil, because she has described in one of my other favorite scents from her, which is blackberry butter pecan cookies. Sometimes she says blackberry jam butter cookies, and sometimes she says blackberry jam buttery shortbread cookies. She's done it. She's described it both ways, so I don't know if she's using two separate oils or if she's just got a blackberry jam butter cookie. It's much better than most of the blackberry jam butter cookies I've smelled, if that's what she's using. The campfire marshmallows is subtle, but it is there. It just adds a really, really lovely warmth to this. So, yeah, I love that. I knew as soon as I saw that one had to be a tub for me, that was just going to be so much my type of scent, you know. Okay, so that's the tubs and the loaf. Now I have just an endless stream of souffles. The souffles are different. Again, if you've watched these Teddy Bee videos, you've probably seen this a million times. This is the first time. I actually have not watched anyone else's videos this year. It used to, this pre-order, it used to be like a ritual of mine. The orders that start going out, I would watch everybody's videos, and I miss you guys, those of you who make videos. I've been busy. Well, it's partly because I've been really busy with, like, my job's changed. I'm just busier these days. But it's also partly because when I watch more videos, I buy more wax. So I just have found that the only way I've been able to really reduce my spend is not enable myself by watching lots of videos. So, sorry. But anyway, back on topic. So yes, it's flatter. I mean, it's the same amount of wax. It does feel smaller, I will say that, but I think it's a little bit wider and flatter, so I think it's fine. So the first scent I have here is Vanilla Pumpkin and Cashmere. So this is Vanilla Pumpkin, Marshmallow Fluff, Cashmere Cream, and Vanilla Birch. I think Pumpkin I'm always a little bit skeptical about, but I think with this one I've had Vanilla Pumpkin from Teddy Bees in other things and really liked it. This is pretty. Cashmere Cream from Teddy B. She's been using it a lot. It is always a bit of a gamble for me. Sometimes it smells a little bit too soapy. I'm not always a fan of very soapy scents. But sometimes it smells really good. I think I'm mostly getting Cashmere Cream and a bit of Vanilla Birch. Because I'm kind of getting a warm, woody, luxurious soap. And then just the hint of kind of a pumpkiny, a very light, kind of creamy pumpkin spice. So the pumpkin is very light. So I like it. It's not very vanilla pumpkiny or pumpkiny, I would say, but it is a pretty, like, for a soapy scent, it is quite nice. It feels very luxe, you know. Cashmere and apples. So much cashmere. White cashmere woods, beach treats, notes of apple and damp woods. So beach treats, always a bit skeptical about the beach treats. Like I said, beach nights. She calls it beach treats. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. Sorry. Anyway, I thought that sounded interesting. Damp woods, apples, like, it's not going to just smell like beach nights, you know. Oh, this is really, really good. Yeah, apples and woods, it's just kind of fresh and woodsy. And then the beach nights, I don't know, it's there. It's not really like beach nights-esque. I don't know, but for me, I feel like this is all about the woodsy notes and the apples. But the beach treats is bringing like a brightness to it. It's really good. And a sweetness, which is really good. I really like that one. I don't know what I was expecting from that. I think it was a bit of a gamble. One of those ones, like I said, I did not filter myself in this pre-order. I went, if I was curious about a scent, I ordered it. So that is one that I may have, if I'd been a bit more refined, I may have filtered out, and I'm glad I didn't because it smells really good. Just a sec. Sorry, I'm on my lunch break, using my lunch break for this, but I keep getting distracted by work things. All right, Old School Christmas. So this is fresh pine, red apples, warm cinnamon, sugar crystals, and marshmallow cream. I just had to stop filming and start again, so I'm going to have to squish. Old School Christmas. I think I read the notes out. Fresh pine, red apples, warm cinnamon, sugar crystals, and marshmallow cream. So I think this is an old favourite of a lot of people. I've never tried it before. I think I've avoided it in the past because of the warm cinnamon, but I'm really into pine scents, so I went, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. So, sorry, just these tins are a little bit squidgy around the edges, and they're very easy to they pretty much fall out of the tins actually, but the edge, except for where the edges are a bit squished. So there's definitely a lot of cinnamon. I'm getting a soapiness here too. Hopefully my nose is not like just frozen in soapiness. I don't know. It's definitely apple cinnamon, but then there's like a clean, yeah, I don't know. It might be the soapiness of the last couple of cashmere scents is kind of sticking in my nose, because that's kind of what I'm getting from here as well. But I can also really smell like a warm, spicy apple kind of scent. So it's okay. I'd like to smell more pine, I would say, from that one. Snow Cones by the Sea. So this is watermelon, black cherry, juicy apple, salty sea air. So I know this one is a big favourite of people. I have long avoided this one because watermelon's not a favourite. Black cherry, so-so. But what I've been really loving lately is, sorry, I keep having to, I think my phone just keeps tipping. I keep having to, anyway, my brain's just 3 different directions today. The salty sea air, that's what I was going to say. So I went with this one because I really have been enjoying sweet scents and fruity scents with salty sea air. So that's why I went this one. Could be really refreshing and enjoyable for summer. Oh, okay. The first thing I just got slapped in the face with was the black cherry. And it is that very medicinal, strong cherry, which is not my favorite. It can take a kind of chemical lean, which I'm getting here. All right, I'll have to see how well this one melts. Right now, all I smell is very strong black cherry, very strong, very medicinal black cherry, and a bit of salty sea air. I can't smell watermelon and I can't smell apple, but I'll let this one will sit until summer and then I will give it a go. I know a lot of people love it, so I am willing to try it. I feel like it's one of those scents that maybe with a bit of cure time, and then on the warmer, the other stuff will... Often cherry settles down. Cherry can be very dominating when you smell it cold, and then when you warm it up, it comes, you know, it livens up and it gets a bit more complex and less. So I don't think that that's a write-off, but just smelling that there is, that's not really my thing. Festival season. So this is frozen berries, warm sandalwood, strawberry pound cake, and sweet watermelon sugar. So again, I think this was in the ready to ship before this pre-order. I thought about it and then I held off because I don't love the watermelon sugar, but I do love sandalwood. I do love strawberry pound cake. So when, you know, let's see. Okay. It's not terrible, but there is a lot of watermelon there. Stronger than just about anything else. Yeah, this is like a creamy berry watermelon. Almost like a smoothie, but the sandalwood in there definitely makes it a bit more kind of almost body care like. It's okay. It's probably a bit heavier watermelon than what I'd like, but we'll see how it goes when it melts. You definitely, when I knew this would be arriving towards the end of winter, so I think this time of year pre-order is the one that I always end up getting the most from with Teddy Bees, because she tends to do a combo of like late summer and then moving into autumn stuff. So when it arrives, I know that, so when I'm ordering it in May, I'm kind of getting ready for the weather getting colder, but I also know that it's going to arrive when we start moving out into the warmer months again. So it's a good one for me because it's got a really good balance. Whereas the next pre-order that she does, I think will be very kind of winter, fall, holiday focused. And while sometimes there can be some amazing scents in that, in terms of like a wide range of things that I want to get, it's probably going to be a bit smaller. Chai tea and cookies. So this is signature sugar cookies, vanilla shortbread, and warm notes of chai tea. I think that was my husband arriving home. I may just pause and say hello. Quick sniff before I do. Okay, I don't know. I'm very picky. I love the smell of good chai. I don't find that I get the smell of good chai in wax very often, if at all. This has an almost cider kind of lean. I don't know why. Because I went, oh, it's cookies and cookies, and I love, you know, the signature sugar cookies and stuff. I'll see how it melts. It could go okay, but yeah, it's not my favorite chai. It's not there's a really unappealing one, which is like a very creamy, sweet chai, and it's not that one. But it has a strange lean to it. Not sure. Alright, so here's the other strawberry pound cake. This is the house blend. This is a blend of white and yellow cake, strawberry buttercream, strawberries, and marshmallow whip. I think I have had the house blend, but it was a long time ago. And I think it was in a combo or something else. I don't think I've had it on its own. So I don't know why I'm popping them all out. I mean, I tend to like to smell the bottom of things because I just find often you'll smell a bit more of a blend there. Yeah, okay. I do remember this. I think I have had it solo. I definitely prefer the Bath Body Works type that she uses to the house blend. It's sweeter, it's brighter. This is maybe a little bit more cake-like, but it kind of gives me birthday cake vibes, and because I think the white and yellow cake oils often smell, they don't smell very legit or authentic to me. They smell quite artificial. I get this from some birthday cake oils as well. So I'm getting this very artificial cake scent from this one. And I think I remember that. Because I think I remember the very first time I tried Teddy Bee's strawberry pound cake in something. I think it was like a layered something. And I don't think I was all that impressed. And I think it was because it was the house blend. So I know a lot of people love this because they love the white cake and the yellow cake and stuff. And that's great. For me though, it's all about the type that she uses. So I'm glad. I wanted to be able to smell them both, to be able to, you know, just get clear in my head what I liked about each one, or, you know, how I felt about each one, and now I know. Little Pumpkin Beach Party. So Beach Nights, Pumpkin Cupcakes, Marshmallow Fluff. I pretty much purely got this one because it is such a fan favorite. Again, her Beach Nights is very hit or miss for me, but I went, so many people love it. It sounds so unique. Let's try it. Sometimes I'm surprised. Not this time, unfortunately. It is just a kind of spicy pumpkin. Not overly spicy, but you know. Spicy pumpkin bakery with a bit of Beach Nights. It's fine. I mostly get the pumpkin bakery. The Beach Nights is not super strong there. It's fine. Like, I think I will melt it and be okay with it, but it's not super my thing, you know. Okay. Lady Lena. This one is Vanilla Birch, Cashmere Plum, Beach Treats, and a hint of Palo Santo. So it is kind of hard with Teddy Bees. So many blends end up with Beach Nights or Beach Treats in them. It's kind of hard to avoid. And I've found now, especially if the whole blend sounds really good, I tend to not avoid it because as long as the Beach Nights is not dominating, sometimes it can add something nice to the blend. This is really, really good. Very feminine, fruity, but in a very like fragrance way. Woody notes. I don't smell Beach Treats strongly at all, but I can smell Palo Santo. A very slight beachiness, like a very sort of subtle undertone there. Really, really pretty. There's almost a warm spice to it. Like, I don't know, not like a cinnamon or something, but yeah, it's really nice. I like that one a lot. Could have got more of that one, I reckon. She does have I feel like she's got a few scents in that family with that though, so I don't know. Sorry, there's a lot of wax over here still. I'm still going. Queen of the South, Spun Sugar, Cashmere Musk, Wildflower Honey, White Peach Nectar, and Sweet Mandarin. So I don't know. I love a good mandarin scent, a good peach scent. Sometimes though in blends like this, especially if they've got musk notes, sometimes if the fruity gets too perfumey and not real, then I start to not love it anymore. But oh, this is really, really pretty. This is warm and it is sexy. It's definitely a floral honey. With warm fruity notes. I don't know how else to describe it, but it's really, really good. Yeah, love, love that. I wish I had more of that. Yeah, that is good. I don't know, like, looking at the other notes, I suppose there's a little sweetness there, maybe. I don't know. I've had this before. So this is I Heart Vanilla Blackberry. So creamy vanilla marshmallow, vanilla milkshake, boardwalk marshmallow, juicy blackberries. So the I Heart Vanilla scent, which is all of those vanilla notes that I read out, that is very hit or miss for me. In certain blends, I think particularly fruity scents I found, I like it. On its own, it's too boardwalk marshmallow. It's too perfume-like. It's really pretty with the blackberry, although I'm not smelling the blackberry as strongly here as I did in my previous one. So it might need a bit of cure time. I haven't been saying when these were poured. 3rd of July. I just assume they're all kind of July-ish, you know. I tend to check the date before I go to melt it. Now, the more I smell it, the more this is really, really nice. But it does, I don't know, it smells slightly different to how I remember. But yeah, just the fruity blackberry with the creamy vanilla notes. Very good. Yeah, really good. Okay. Teddy bear biscuits and strawberry pound cake. So warm beignets, caught out there, sorry. Made with nutmeg creamy beignets. Creamy vanilla coated in powdered sugar dipped in whipped cream laid with strawberry pound cake. So there's another Teddy Bear Biscuits blend that I really love, which is Mrs. Teddy Bear, which has the cherry. Teddy Bear Biscuits on its own I have had, and I liked it, but it wasn't like a super favourite. But because I think it blends really nicely, I think this will be good. It is really hard for me to say because it is a layered blend. So when it's layered like this, I find that it's really hard. I mean, you can't always tell on cold what something's going to smell like anyway, but this makes it even harder because it's not mixed together. You can smell this side and smell the teddy bear biscuits. Smell this side, smell the strawberry pound cake. If you smell the middle, I don't know. So I can't say how that will go, but I think it will be good. The strawberry pound cake smells good. The teddy bear biscuits is a nice kind of warm, spicy bakery, but not overly. It's not overly spiced like because it's like a nutmeg. It's nice. It's not a super favorite on its own, but that I think will be good. Daisy Dukes and Flip Flops. So this was sweet red mango, warm driftwood, spa-like notes of sea salt and orchid. I think a lot of people like this one. I might regret only having this. I love a mango scent. I love driftwood. Sometimes the mention of spa can be a little bit off-putting because, again, if I'm melting like a fruity scent and it smells, sometimes if it smells too, sorry, I should finish my sentences. Sometimes if, dropping things as well, sometimes if a fruity scent is mixed with like spa notes or body care notes and things like that, then I don't love it anymore. So it's a variable kind of thing. And this one kind of, no, okay, I do like this. I think I would prefer a red mango scent without spa-like notes. I like sea salt and orchid, but It does have a very floral perfume kind of vibe. But it is still really pretty. I do think I will enjoy this in the summertime. Yeah, no, the more I smell it, the more that one's actually growing on me. I think it's really nice. Yeah, no, I do think that's a good one. Kind of I feel like more of the kind of the complexity comes out, but it is very fruity, and it is definitely a rich mango, and a bit of a tangy mango. But then there is it is kind of spa-like, you know, it's not like a really strong sea salt or, you know, anything like that. I Heart Vanilla Spiced Apples. So this is I Heart Vanilla blended with juicy apples, cinnamon, clove, and vanilla bean. Let's back open. I've already got some of this. I actually need to melt the rest of it. I really actually kind of like this one. On cold, I don't know how I feel about it, but I know when I've warmed this up, I enjoyed it. That's why I bought a little bit more. On cold, it really does give me the body care kind of boardwalk marshmallow thing, which I don't love with apples. Yeah, I remember being really uncertain about this one on cold last time too. But warmed up, it's really, really nice. Like the juicy apples kind of pop out. It's a gentle kind of spice, but then the creaminess smells really good, and it kind of modifies the sort of spiciness a bit. I don't know. Anyway, so yes, I still feel weird about that one on cold, but I know it melts up well. It's definitely one of those ones you cannot judge on cold. Vanilla and stone fruit. So this is sensual vanilla, tonka bean, red plums, caramelized sugar, and peach flesh. So, I have to keep track of the time too. I did just read this out, didn't I? This was one I nearly didn't get, actually. I feel like maybe I saw Tiff say something about how she liked this one, and that's what put it on the list for me. It's nice. Again, fruity. But, yeah, feminine again. She did do a lot of these kind of perfumey fruits this time. But the fruit notes have been really interesting and really complex. This one has a warmth to it as well. I like that. I think that's good. Okay. Patisserie in NYC. So this one is warm donuts, and it just got really dark in here. I think it's going to rain outside soon. Warm donuts, fresh baked bread, cream filled cronuts, and vanilla oat milk. So I don't know how I feel about this one. I generally don't love donut and cronut scents, but I do like scents with oat milk notes. So I think that's kind of where I came from with this one. And I do like bread. And so I think I actually quite like this one because it's very bready. Yeah, the donuts and the cronuts, not super strong. So not like a really strong cinnamon donut kind of thing. I smell bread and a creaminess, and then a slight kind of donutty warmth. So that's actually pretty good. Patisserie scents, they tend to have lean to very dry or, yeah, donutty type bakeries, and that doesn't always work for me, but that smells good. Smoke Show, I've had this one before. This one is marshmallow musk, marshmallow fireside, and toasted marshmallow. This is really, really lovely. I love this one in the bedroom. This smells a little more kind of perfumey sweet, almost candy sweet than I remember it. On the top, on the bottom, not so much. Yeah, this is just a really warm, pretty, creamy, sweet scent. Like it's a really nice, comforting one, I find. So that's why I like it in the bedrooms. I did go through that souffle kind of quickly. Like I was reaching for that one a fair bit. Creamy cashmere and fireside marshmallows. So this one is cashmere cream, caramelized sugar, fire roasted marshmallows, hints of whipped vanilla, and sandalwood. Pretty much exactly what it says in the name is what it is. Yeah, look, It's not terrible. It is very cashmere cream-like, and cashmere cream is a little bit body-like, a little bit soapy for my taste. I like the marshmallows in here. It's not bad, but it's just nothing that I'm, you know, in love with. I feel like it needs something special. Just something to give it a bit of oomph. Team Pumpkin. So this is another one I pretty much got purely because of the rave. So pumpkin pie, vanilla frosting, sweet sugar cookies blended with sugar and spice. I feel like I'm probably not going to like it. But I got it because so many people do like it. And sometimes I get surprised. Yeah, this is very much just a warm spiced pumpkin scent. I do like the cookies in here though. Like, I do think that makes it a bit more palatable to your standard kind of warm pumpkin scent, spicy pumpkin scent. I'll probably start melting that one fairly quickly because I just feel like we're in the weather for that right now. It's so funny, a couple of weeks ago it felt like early spring was here, like it got really warm, and now it's like gone. Here's so blue sugar marshmallow fireside Palo Santo. I did have this one in a sampler a while ago and I enjoyed it, but I also had that exact same mix from Kay, and I liked the Kay version a little bit more, but I really like hers, which is the same but pink sugar. So I thought I'd get this again. Yeah, look, it's a great combo. Blue sugar, marshmallow fireside, and Palo Santo. Always good together, always enjoyable. I do like the pink sugar version more though. I haven't had the K version for some time, so that's why I thought I'd get a little bit of the Teddy Bees one again. I am on the home stretch, but there is a bit more to go. So, Chilean Saint, ripe figs, vanilla musk, bergamot, warm cashmere, woods, and notes of chocolate orchid. I do love chocolate orchid scent. It's an oil. I don't think I've seen Teddy Bees use it before, but I've had it from Super Tarts and L3, and it's probably other vendors. It's really good. Yeah, this is really pretty, very feminine, very perfume-like again. Chocolate orchids always is. Chocolate orchid reminds me a little bit of like a more kind of feminine blue sugar in a way. There's a really interesting note here. I think it's the figs. Yeah, this is a really complex, warm, feminine, very, very pretty scent. I like that. Definitely a lot of these kind of like scents that you could wear as perfumes, but really, really nice ones in this batch. Emma of Normandy, dark berry, sensual orchid blooms, and warm vanilla. So this one I think was in the last pre-order and a lot of people loved it. I almost got it and then didn't, so this time I went, well, I'll get it because a lot of people seem to like it. Yeah, that's really pretty. It's a lot more complex, I feel like, than the notes would let on. It's almost got a pepperiness to it, mixed with the berries. Yeah, that's very pretty. Again, same kind of thing. It is very feminine. It's very complex. You know, it's not just a straight up berries and vanilla scent. It's got a lot going on, but it's really lovely. These do stack better. I've got quite a high stack of soufflés sitting over here. Pink cotton and turquoise waters. So pink sugar, fresh cotton, sea spray, beach grass, and ocean waves. That. Very, very beach grassy. I was intrigued by this one because I like a good beachy grassy scent, but the idea of pink sugar in that was... I'm really not smelling any pink sugar and not even really cotton. It's really, I'm getting the sea spray, the beach grass, and the ocean waves. Which I like, but I'd be interested to see if the pink sugar or the cotton comes out more when you warm it up. Because right now that really just smells like a grassy, beachy scent. Hot pie and apple. This one is Palo Santo Sugared Donuts, hint of chai, dash of pink chiffon, and a blend of a juicy apple. So I love hot pie. Thought pretty much anything with hot pie I would probably actually quite enjoy. Yeah, it's very good with apple. At first I was like, oh, it's just apple. But then all of those warm, palo-y, donutty, warm, sweet notes come in underneath. Rounds out, gets richer, more complex. That's really good. Okay. Whipstaff Manor, I feel like I already have regrets with this one for not getting it bigger. Crisp fall air, cedarwood, crunchy leaves, hint of apples and full spice, toasted marshmallows and charred pumpkin. So I feel like just from what I've heard people saying about this one that I should have gone tub for this. Hopefully, I feel like if it's that popular, it should come back in the pre-order. Okay. First impression, I would actually say souffle was the right amount. Don't get me wrong, it is nice. But it's very spiced. And it almost smells like that chai spice, which I was very ambivalent about before. I like this blend better because I like the woodsiness. Oh, I think maybe the charred pumpkin. And often I like charred pumpkin, but yeah, apple, spice, and pumpkin. I feel like just that there's those tinges in here are what making me go, it's okay, but not amazing. We'll see how it melts. I probably will melt it pretty soon, even though it was only poured a month ago. Yeah, 15th of July. So normally I'd like to let that sit, but again, now for me, it's actually really funny. August, September, October is actually really fall melting weather for us here. Like, it's just like the weather's starting to get a little bit warmer and it's technically moving into spring. But for us, the weather gets really windy and just like right now, like it's grey out there. The wind is howling. It really does feel like the kind of, so even though it's not Halloween season, it kind of feels like the weather for it. So anyway, so yeah, I'm not sold on Whipstaff Manor. War of the Five Kings. I love that she's still doing Game of Thrones inspiration, or Song of Ice and Fire, I suppose. Marshmallow Fireside, Cashmere Cream, Palo Santo layered with milk and cookies and beach treat. So this will be another one I can't get a great read on because it's a layered scent. Again, super pretty holographic glitter for that. I do think this is going to be really good though. This one might be a regret for not getting it bigger. Because the milk and cookies and beach treats, I think I didn't, because milk and cookies I find melts into not very much. It's a bit of a nothing scent when it's warmed up for me. I know a lot of people love it, but for me, it just doesn't smell like much. And of course, what I said about beach treats and cashmere cream, I think that's why I didn't. But I feel like the Marshmallow Fireside with those notes is going to create a really warm, complex, woody, smoky bakery that will be really good. So we'll see, but that might be my regret. Last scent, Mum Life. Mom Life? Mum Life. That's how the Aussies do it. Creamy oat milk, frothy vanilla, cold foam, and a hint of sensual vanilla. I've seen this one be done a few times, and I think I've avoided it because I don't know, but because I've liked some scents with oat milk in them lately, and this one is too squashed. I'm not going to be able to get it out cleanly. This one, it's more than a hint of sensual vanilla. This is a really feminine perfume-like scent. I did get it out. Yeah, this smells like orchid vanilla or something. Yeah, I'm getting a floral from this. Hopefully my nose is just not like, you know, I don't think it is though. I can kind of smell that warm oatiness and I like it. I actually do like this scent, but it's very different to what I would have thought based on the notes there. So, all right, that is my entire Teddy Bees pre-order. So let me try to recap and remember. I think I did a pretty good job of identifying the things that I would like the most and getting them in the tubs, which is always the challenge because I think the usual suspects, so that's that strawberry blackberry kind of one, I think that one's great. The Black Dread, obviously the strawberry pound cake type, and boudoir, just my absolute favorite. But so many of these perfume like ones are really good. War of the Five Kings, if that one melts the way I think it will, I think I will regret that. Whipstuff Manor, not so sure. Hot Pie and Apple, I think might be one I would have liked more in. Vanilla and Stone Fruit was nice, but I don't know if it would be a thing, you know, a tub for me. Emma of Normandy, same thing. We'll see how they melt. All of these kind of perfumey ones, Chili and Saint, I feel like they could all melt amazingly and I'll have huge regrets about not getting tubs. Or they could just be okay. Same thing with Daisy Dukes and Flip Flops. Queen of the South, I think might be one I would have liked more of. I think that one smells really good. I'm just pulling my way through. There is so much. Lady Lena is another one that I reckon maybe I would like to have had more of. Yeah, I think those are the ones, which is a lot, obviously. So yeah, I will do the next pre-order. It's in September sometime. Like I said, hopefully a little bit smaller than this, but it will still probably be big. So stay tuned for that in a few months' time. In this box, so in this forwarder box, there was also an L3 ready to ship. So I'll film that maybe tonight or something. So that's it. I'm going back to work. I hope you're all doing really well. I'll talk to you all again